And you can see that this is no good for us at all, that he has only got a tiny amount of intelligence. So the cleric, the bandit only has a tiny amount of intelligence. 1 intelligence. Pretty stupid. So we don't want to go there. Cleric, this is what we'll be choosing. The cleric, on a pilgrimage, high faith and miracles guiding his way. And it's going to be a he because I'm going to play a he. The cleric is an interesting creature, and the idea of the cleric is a very interesting creature. They've been kicking around for many years, and the word itself comes from the 1620s, from the Latin, Church Latin, High Latin, meaning clericus, which is a clergyman or a priest. Now, it comes from the ancient Greek, and you've got, from the 2nd century BC, you've got people talking about this idea of the klerikos, K-L-E-R, which is the inheritance from God. So the idea of a human fighting the good fight for God, most religions have got that, and we're going to grab the cleric. And the reason we're going to grab a cleric is simple: crazy faith, and also fairly buff in terms of strength. He's got 11 to start with, and high attunement, which means he can do some spells and things like that. He can also heal. We want to get adaptability. We want to get all these other things up in the sky, but we might start with the cleric. Sorcerer. You can see the sorcerer here has, unfortunately, particularly low strength, 3. But the sorcerer has high intelligence, and a knowledgeable sorcerer casts sorceries with high intelligence and attunement. The explorer, wonderful idea, 5/5 for intelligence and faith. Very high adaptability, which is agility and resistances, low strength, however. And the deprived, 6s across the board. Tempting to start with the deprived. Maybe we should start with the deprived. Unclothed, unknown origin, has nothing to fight with except life-affirming flesh. Yeah, you know what? Let's go for the deprived. We're going to pick for a gift a petrified something. And we are going to now do the body on this thing. Let's have a little look. We've got male. We're going to make him fat, because, I am. And we're going to put a bald head on him. Let's make him ropey. There you go. So chubby and ropey. Let's take him down there. Make him bald. Going to give him some funky eyebrows. Look, you need decent eyebrows in this life. If you don't have any, paint them on. You should have some. His eye colour, I think it's always nice to have purple eyes. Beard, absolutely. I've got one. He should have one. Let's make that white, because we'll do the tattoo later. And we're going to get in here and we're going to make him old. He's an old guy. Old guy walkthrough. He's pretty male. I like to think of myself as fairly male. I'm happy to check, but I want to try and keep this as PG as possible. So we're going to take him right up here for strong features, which just means it's going to be emphasized. Oh, hang on, didn't do it. There we go. We take that right up there to strong. We're going to take that colour emphasis up to strong. And you can really create whatever you want here. Get that colour happening. We want purple. Purple's a great colour. Let's be purple. There we are. Nice and purple with rosy cheeks. Not going to worry about any of that stuff. Let's do our tattoo. Colour. Opacity. We're going to make it as full on as possible. Take it all the way to the left. In this age of far right governments, it's always good to swing left. Now we're going to move it to the left. And we're going to put that in the middle of our head. We'll take that down. And there we have... That'll do nicely. Is that my true self? Yes, it is. Okay.
All people come here for the same reason, to break the curse.
So there's this idea of sin and curse. And we can go through a few of the world's sort of larger religions, obviously the Christian one. But let's, for example, in Hindu, sin or papa in Sanskrit, again, this is the idea of negative karma or negative consequences or something of that nature. Islam, sin is an act and not a state of being. The Quran teaches that the soul is certainly prone to evil, and you get a lot of interesting interpretations of that, but of course Islam has several gradations of sin according to the Wikipedia entry. We've got mistakes, immorality, transgressions, wickedness, and then replacing God, idolatry. Now these ideas are fairly similar across all the world's major religions. Judaism, of course, a very complicated view of sin. Shinto, you have evil falling into pernicious crimes and misdemeanors, so equivalently with Christianity, or at least Catholicism, you might have mortal or venal types of sins. Alright, we is buck naked with no sword. We got nothing. We just got our fists that we can use to whack stuff and do forward rolls, which, if in doubt, if you're worried, if you're concerned, confronting a particularly bad baddie, a forward roll. And why not? Alright. When you come up to a chest, and they are chests in keeping with wonderful piratical joy, inside is stuff. We've just grabbed some stuff. That'll come in handy later on. Out. And most doors can be opened. We're going to open this one. You can talk to all of these people and get large conversational things happening with them. You will find that they are fire keepers. Let's read these. Bonfires are places for respite. You may also light torches on them. Let's do that. Let's light our bonfire.